Hey Pisces, welcome to another wonderful month. We're going to look at your forecast for October 2025, and this will cover Sun, Moon, and Rising in Pisces. We have a lot happening, and this could very well be your luckiest month of the year, Pisces. So I have posted the important dates on the screen. You might want to screenshot these or copy these down in your planner. Mercury entering Scorpio, the same time as the Aries full moon. We have Venus entering Libra and Pluto turning direct on the 13th. The Libra new moon occurs on the 21st. And Neptune retrograde enters your sign as the Sun enters Scorpio on the 22nd. And this will be a pivotal turning point for you. And we round out the month on the 29th. Mercury enters Sagittarius. So let's dive in. In today's video, we're going to look at your career, health, wealth, finances, student, elder, travel, and more. So it's a lot to cover. And again, this is my take on the Western astrology plus intuitive insights and tips to help you make the most of this energy. So let's do this. For employed Pisces natives. Yeah, many Pisces lost, quit, or moved on from unsatisfying jobs, I'd say the last 6 weeks or so. Now you're working again and you may feel somewhat apprehensive about your placement. There's a little bit of imposter syndrome going on, but it's not real. Just give it time and you will quickly see you made the right choice, and also you're more than capable for this job. The pay will be better, but most importantly, the work environment is much healthier. So this makes working much more rewarding, it makes it easier, and you don't have that constant dread that you did with the last job. So this is a complete win. You've got this, and no one expects you to know everything beginning a new job. So just relax. Work travel is likely this month as well as additional training. Stay focused and you can end up with a raise or bonus quickly. Release any worries around perfectionism. Just do your best, and if you do make a mistake, address it quickly, then learn from it and move on. No one expects you to know everything the first day. And around the time of the Libra new moon, you see a work challenge turn into a big asset as you are settling into your new position. Income looks boosted for working Pisces natives in October. It's not going to be a huge change, but I think it's going to be more than you were making before. And I think as you settle in and really get going, you're going to see that, yeah, you do have the opportunity for bonuses and raises and other perks, which is going to make the job much more enjoyable as well. So this is a great move for Pisces. Looking at gig working, self-employed, and business owning Pisces natives, your income looks to increase as well. Not tremendously, but a little bit extra is possible this month. And you may also travel for work in October. And the new moon could open the door for important partnerships and collaborations. This is how you take your business to the next level. So be mindful of that. And you may also have a close friend or family member that wants to work with you or have your business do something for them. So while you're all for helping them out, you should still charge at least enough to cover your basic expenses. And this can make for an uncomfortable conversation, but it should be held before you commit and not after. They may very well intend to pay you. Then again, they may very well think that you're able to just donate your time or your services. So you really need to talk this through before you commit to anything. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but it will be necessary. Overall, this is a good month for you. Networking is going to be key. Business just flows, and it's going to be one of those months where before you know it, blink, it's over. But it's much easier now than it was even 2 weeks ago. Really, this is a huge turning point for Pisces natives. And speaking of that, let's look at your wealth. Pisces, October brings surprising energy around your finances. There's a strong chance of increased income, and you may even receive a bonus or a small unexpected windfall. More importantly, this month could spark a shift in how you feel about money, wealth, and self-worth. When you stop putting so much emphasis on a monetary reward for self-worth, then it takes a lot of pressure off, and you really start to see that maybe some of the things you valued or were taught to value, or maybe some issues even from childhood around money and finances have been coloring your perception about success and self-worth. So this is a huge transformation for you. But overall, the financial moves you make now are geared toward long-term growth rather than quick returns. So as you release these old, outdated fears or worries around money, you begin to view it more as a tool, and this mindset has the power to transform your finances. By the end of the month, you're thinking big, planning ahead, and approaching your financial future with a renewed sense of optimism instead of that dread of, oh gosh, more bills and not enough money. Everything changes. Pisces, you start looking at the bigger picture and you're ready for what comes next. This is how you get not only control of your finances, but also relax into a less stressful life. And it's not that, you're making 5 times what you made before. That's not it. It's more about, like I say, changing your attitude. So, how will this impact your health? Some Pisces natives are recovering from a recent illness or a flare up of an existing condition. So, as you begin the month, you're feeling much better and overall more fit. However, it's still important to stick to your health routines. Don't skip on self care because you're also likely to be more social and you have more professional commitments this month. So continue with your wellness routines, take your medication, your vitamins, your supplements, exercise regularly, and maintain some sort of meditation or stillness practice to support your overall well-being. This will help you feel your best. I would also suggest that you start journaling or continue journaling to help you really process some of these internal changes as well. Pluto turns direct on the 13th, shining a light on hidden patterns of self-sabotage that may have kept you stuck in the past. So take time to reflect on these patterns. Before you release them, it's important to understand them or at least get some sort of idea of where they came from. Remember, it's who you were in the past, and you have a choice on who you want to be in the future. Release anything that no longer serves you. Letting go of these outdated beliefs and self-sabotaging patterns will go a long way as you make significant changes and manifest a more balanced and healthier life. And really, this is how you get to the life that you're dreaming about. There's less stress, there's less worry, and there's less pressure once you realize that who you were in the past is not who you are now. And you get to decide what's important to you, what you believe about yourself, what success and self-worth really look like for you, rather than have it shoved into your face by society or by well-meaning friends or family members. So we're talking about releasing ideas that maybe you've carried since childhood that have to do with maybe lack or feeling unsupported or feeling less than worthy because of a comment or something a teacher or a parent or a caregiver said to you. Maybe those things were true at the time, but they're not true now. You're a completely different person and you deserve this success. So my best advice for you in October is to make peace of mind your highest priority and then shape your life around that goal. And by releasing these outdated beliefs, you make huge strides towards your big dream life. So it looks very promising for Pisces. Looking at Elder Pisces forecast, life is about the same for Elder Pisces as it was around the end of September. Everything shifts on the 6th of October as Mercury enters Scorpio. You're encouraged to study something new, take up a new hobby or a new class, or plan a bucket list trip now. And you're feeling more energetic and also enthusiastic about life after Mercury enters Scorpio. You're ready. You're ready for some new adventure. Now, you don't have to spend a lot of money and you don't have to do anything really crazy, but still take advantage of this burst of energy and do something that maybe you've always considered, but for whatever reason didn't try. And you may also have a spiritual awakening later in the month. This could lead to more happiness as you release old worries and move on from anger and any grudges that you're carrying from the past. We can also see your intuition and psychic abilities also get a boost, Pisces. An interesting and fun-filled month for you. Looking at student Pisces. Students make steady progress with their studies in October, and it's possible that Pisces students will be recognized for their abilities on or around the 29th. This could also lead to a new career choice, something maybe you've not considered, but then again, it's okay because nothing is really set in stone. This is a process. The more you learn about yourself, the more you try new things, the more information you have, and something that maybe you thought was appealing, not so much now, or maybe something new has come along and it's really sparked interest and you found out that you're very talented in this field and it could open up many new doors. As I said, you don't have to make any big life changes just yet. Interesting times for Pisces students. Looking at your romantic sector, singles will be charming, especially after the 13th, thanks to Venus in Libra. You're more likely to go out and meet new people now as you attend events, or you're just more social. You're more likely to stop and chat with people or to accept invitations that maybe friends or coworkers offer. While you're out doing this, maybe having coffee or having a drink with a coworker, you're likely to have a chance encounter with a very interesting and attractive person. And it can seem almost fated as you start engaging with this person and talking to them. So you might want to slow down and explore that. It's quite possible this could lead to a new romance as well. Enjoy yourself. Single Pisces. Dating Pisces may feel the need to clarify the relationship after Mercury moves into Scorpio. You're ready to have a deep conversation about the future. And if you're on the same page, you're probably going to make your relationship official. If you're not really wanting the same thing, or if you and your partner aren't really that compatible, then you may decide to make a change to the relationship. And this is for just casually dating Pisces. We're going to look at the committed Pisces in just a minute. But I think that you're ready for something more than just a casual relationship. And if the person you're currently dating isn't, you're probably going to let them know and stop the relationship before it goes any further so that you can focus on finding someone who wants a long-term relationship. For partnered, committed, and married Pisces natives, this is an interesting month for you. With the Venus-Libra alignment bringing in a new intimacy and closeness to your partnership, you're going to see some big changes, such as you may fall in love all over again with your partner or go through another honeymoon phase. You're more playful, you're more present, and you're more attentive to your partner's needs now. After the 21st, it's much easier to express yourself as you and your special person plan a romantic getaway, maybe a long weekend, or work towards an upcoming trip. Overall, committed Pisces is feeling very content in October. You're getting closer to your partner, things are flowing easier, and you're just happier, both you and your partner. So it's really great time for committed Pisces. Let's dive into your spiritual sector. And of course, there's big news there. Spirituality is a big theme for Pisces this month, and you're probably feeling it already. October favors deep personal growth related to personal healing and spiritual transformation. So Venus in Libra opens the door for a calmer state of mind, and when paired with Neptune retrograde, this can lead to deeper introspection without things becoming too intense, thanks to Venus in Libra. It's time to really think about what you want for the future and what you want your legacy to be, what type of person you want to be, what you want to bring forward. And with this introspective time, we also see you trying to get to the bottom of what is a realistic dream and what is an illusion, because you want something real now. You don't want something that's just, you can frame it where it's okay, but in reality, it's not satisfying. The thing that's going to be surprising is, spoiler, Pisces, what you think is an illusion and what you think is real is probably transposed. So you may have to let go of trying to tie everything to a logical center and start trusting your intuition more. What you may think is just a fantasy could actually be something that you take and turn into a life goal that is more realistic than what you actually are shooting for now, which isn't. And I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I think by the end of October, you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Also, you can expect the universe to speak to you in October through signs, synchronicities, and symbols, as well as deep and mysterious dreams or even possibly visions. So write down anything that happens and review it for deeper meaning, especially in all your chance encounters, whether it's running into that right person at the right time, or being somewhere and the music happens to fit the location, or turning on the television or YouTube and finding that video that is just perfectly aligned with what you're looking for, or that book that has the answer to the question that you just have been pondering today. Continue to release old patterns around money, self-worth, and self-sabotage as part of this spiritual awakening. Yes, it will definitely affect your career and finances. It will affect your health, but it is all part of this spiritual awakening that's going on. And it's not just you. The collective is also experiencing this, but not to the same degree that you are. As Neptune goes back into your sign on October the 22nd, you feel more energetic and ready to delve deeper into mystical and spiritual topics with a new optimism and gusto. So you're realizing just how much your thoughts are affecting your life and your ability to manifest. So this is a great time to book a reading, schedule a Reiki session, or other healing session. You may be drawn to dream work, you may be drawn to a spiritual teacher, or looking for that new self-help audiobook or something like that now. You want something mystical, but you also want something that's closer to self-help, if that makes sense, because you're ready. You're ready for this transformation, and you're ready to let go what's no longer working. Every morning you wake up in October, it's kind of like a new reality with all of these changes. And you can't deny it any longer. You are manifesting your reality. The universe keeps showing you in subtle ways and not so subtle ways. What you focus on is what you attract. So you have to really take charge of your thoughts. You have to stay grounded, and you have to really focus on what you want to manifest rather than just letting the monkey mind run away with you. So it's a lot. It's a lot spiritually going on. It's a lot going on with a new job, possibly a new romance, falling back in love with your partner. It's a lot happening. With all of this going on, are you going to have time to travel? Yeah, probably. Pisces is likely traveling right now as you watch this. And if you're not, then you're probably about to go on a trip, or you're planning a bigger trip. And of course, anything by the water is favored. Any work-related trip, any work-related training that involves travel is also really going to not just help you financially with, with the training at work, but also help you break up some of the stuck energy. Just something different. Even a weekend trip can really break that energy up. Yeah, a romantic weekend is also favored this month, as well as short afternoons off or something like that. Just anything that gets you out of that cycle of repeated behavior. I think that you're probably planning a bigger trip for later on, maybe around the holidays, and possibly even a bucket trip in 2026. As things are coming together in a dramatic way for you, Pisces. Overall, this is a great month for you on many levels. Now, once again, let me stress that this is a general reading for Pisces, and there are thousands and thousands of you out there. So if you would like to know how this translates to you personally, then why not email me and I will send you the monthly reading specials, or you can let me know what you want and we'll devise something just for you. So what do you think? Does this resonate with you? If it does, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and being part of the community. I have more videos in the queue, so if you haven't, be sure and subscribe. You don't want to miss any of those. Stay tuned. Reiki blessings!